Hello, everybody. How's it going? My name is Drew, and welcome back to another leg session here on Time Off. And this episode, we're going to refresh our frames, and we're going to start working on the roof right away. So the outline that I had on the roof from the last episode, I copied 3 more times on each side of the house or of the tower. And this is what it's looking like right now. So seeing it like this, I might shrink it down by 1 block. And I can explain what that means when I go up there. But this roof is looking like it might be a little too big, which isn't a bad thing. I always like big roofs. I always like a roof being too big over being too small. And this might be one of those cases where I might just bite the bullet and keep it the way it is and fill this roof in. What I essentially did was I basically made the roof 1 block larger than what it would be. And so I'll explain what that means. Before, the roof was here. And then it went over from here. So when you move... So I couldn't just move it over 1 block to the left. Well, when we were looking this way, it was to the left. I couldn't just move it over like this because it would stretch out the middle, and it would kind of affect the measuring on this side. So I want it the same shape, because then if we moved it over like this, then we'd have to move this over, and it would affect the corner of the roof. And I kind of liked what we have in the corner. So what I did was I moved it over diagonally, and it basically expanded the whole roof like 1 block larger in every kind of sense. If that makes sense? It's really hard to explain. So this is how I've kind of been doing it this whole time. So basically we want to be matching this pattern here. And I mean, I think the roof is going to basically stay the same height. It's just that we want to bring it into the building just a little bit more. Because it'll, in some weird way, it'll be too wide. That's not right. That's not right at all. Oh, no, that is right. So we want to go... It'd be like this. So it would shrink everything by 1. Okay, cool. So that makes a lot of sense. Okay, cool. So it does make the roof shorter by 1 block, but I think that's okay. So let's get rid of the dirt here. And let's go do the other sides. I'll do that really quick, and I'll be right back. And you guys will see what that looks like. So I shrunk the roof down back to how we originally had it. And let's see how this is looking from a distance. Because a distance is what I've been judging it. And I think this already is... Yeah, I think this is it, guys. Before, I remember at the end of the last episode, I was like, okay, I'm going to try something a little bit bigger. But I think this is looking very nice. This is looking very, very nice now. So I think what we are going to be doing now is we are going to, well, it's not as, I guess it's not quite as easy yet to just fill it in. What I need to do is I need to try to figure out what we're going to do for the, I'll explain it when we get up there. I might need more, I think there's a crafting bench up there, so that's perfect. We need to figure out exactly how the very top of the roof, I guess, like the top edge of the roof, how is that going to go? So basically from each one of these points, how are they going to meet in the middle? And then once we get that down, then we can start tracing. Not necessarily tracing, I guess, but then we can start filling in all of this. And then once we start filling it in, that's going to be very easy. It's going to be very easy from there. This is the line that we need to figure out. So I think it could probably go in something like that. But how far? So this is where it gets pretty tedious. Because I'm going to place one more block. I'm a little scared on this scaffolding. I don't want to fall. But I'm going to place one more block there. Nope. Okay, scaffolding. I still don't know how you work sometimes. So, right there, I would like to know how this looks. This seems to be like one of the most small things to do right now. Place a couple blocks and then go look at it from a distance, but it is kind of important to get our curves right, I find, especially when we want to make a build look as decent as we can make it. So how's that looking? That looks pretty steep. So that bottom stair I might get rid of, and I might bring that to a half slab. So I'm going to do that right now, and I'm going to see how that looks. Hello, horsies. Yeah, so that curve, the stairs do still make it look pretty steep. And I tried to add an extra half slab right there. You can see where that half slab goes down right there. I tried adding that just to kind of give it a little bit more context or a little bit more reference, but So I think I've got a pretty decent line that I like. It's this one right here, and what I'm doing now is I'm just going to start to connect each of the different points now, and then we're going to look at that from a bit of a different angle. So this is going to go up one half slab here, and then, oh, this is a full block, and then this is a step, like that. There we go. There, so that should be the same on either side. And let's go to the top of this mountain and check that out. Looking over there, we have a pretty good view of that mountain, so that means that that mountain should have a pretty good view of us. So let's go look at that. All right, and well, it's a nice view of the tower, but it's kind of hard to see the roof outline. It is a little hard to see from here, I guess. But I trust it. The only thing I think I might do is the very center like where all those planks are in the middle that meet, I might kind of lower those a little bit more. I'll just lower those, and then we will start to fill everything in. Ooh. You see that? You can barely see our house in the fog. In the mighty fog of the lowered render distance. Oh, you know what? So I keep thinking about this, and I have not done it yet on camera. Every time I'm playing off camera, I always think about this, but let's do this right now, guys. This is a big moment. I want you to call in sick right now if you are running late to work or anything like that. Call in sick. This is going to be a big moment in the series, guys, so get ready. Here we go. Our donkey here is going to help us with this. We're going to pause the game. We're going to go into options. And we're going to lock our world to hard. Now there's no going back. There's absolutely no going back now. We are in this for the long run. One thing I wanted to point out too, and just in case you guys didn't know, because I did not know until I went to enchant something, and then I realized that I was getting poor enchantments, and I had to de-enchant or disenchant my items to re-enchant them. But basically, before I had carpet, I had purple carpet around, and you can't have carpet in between the bookshelves and the crafting table because that cancels out the bookshelves. How do you say it cancels out their powers to the table. It doesn't work. It cancels out the connection, I guess. Okay, guys, so I filled in the roof quite a bit, and this is what it's looking like. So I think I really like it. The only thing that we gotta really kind of figure out now is obviously the holes. This is I kind of see this as like the face, kind of like the front faces of the roof. You know, it's essentially just the wall, it's where the wall meets the roof. And we got to figure out what we're going to do in there. If we want to try to fill it with, you know, more wood, we could try to mix in some wool up there. We could add windows up there. I would like some sort of lookout in this build. And it is kind of hard to see, but I did want to point out the spruce logs that are sticking up out of the roof. That's kind of something I really like to do with my roofs. I did it with the house, I did it with the barn, and I've decided to do it with the enchanting tower too. So this is what it's looking like. I want to give you guys some different angles to look at it. And I just got to try to figure out what we're going to do for the face of the build. And I'm also thinking about changing the dark oak on the wall to spruce planks. I might do that just to see how that kind of looks, or maybe I could try to do some sort of mix. But all in all, I think I'm pretty satisfied with this build. So I did a little bit more work down here, and I did a little bit more work upstairs. I'm going to show you guys exactly what that looks like in just a moment. I added a few more bookshelves, and I started to throw in barrels just here on the bottom floor, and even for a little bit of style and character on the outside, I even put a couple barrels just on the outside that I think I will leave. I want to get your guys' opinion about the roof. There's probably a couple things I'm willing to change on it, but for the most part, I think I like it. So now we have this awesome lookout view. I mean, like, this is awesome. Like, we have a great, perfect view of our house up on the mountain. We have our stairs and bridge. We have our fishing dock, and obviously we have our great big long cart bridge. Over here, I'm sure there. I mean, you can see our mining storage building just over there, and I don't know. This is just a really nice flower forest area. Just a great piece of nature that I'm sure there will be future development here. I'm not going to say too much about this view. We'll come back to that. And then, of course, over here we have our whole farm. I mean, I wasn't even really planning to have, like, views this good, but when there's nothing around to cover our view and like, we're starting to have a world here, guys. Like, we're starting to have something going now, and this is awesome. Like, we see our bridge there. Like, just standing up here and being part of a new project, like, this is all a new build. Like, our world is really starting to come together. This is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. Just it's kind of starting to kind of hit me now, but you know, wow. All right, so I'll show you what the roof looks like from a short distance, and I'll talk about a couple things I would like to do maybe on the outside of the build. I definitely want to build a proper bridge here. I got to build a road system out here anyway. So this is what our roof is looking like now. So yeah, so floating grass, hello. So I guess a couple things. First thing, so not really, I guess, pointing at the roof itself, but the whole rest of the build, like, this whole tower is kind of one color, minus the purple. Like, it's just that really dark brown color, and it's gorgeous. It's an absolutely gorgeous color, and I really am satisfied with this tower. I got to try to kind of figure out how to highlight a few different pieces of it. I did try at one point changing the wall to spruce other than dark oak on the side, and I wasn't really feeling it. It felt like it took away from the tower, and it felt like it really, I mean, the dark oak already just goes well with the purple. And so you can see, like, the spruce fence up here. And you can, it's kind of a nice highlight, right? So I think what we have to do is we just kind of have to try to mix in a little bit more highlights and try to highlight some different features of the tower from a distance, really, because from a distance it just looks like one brown blur. And definitely just have, you know, like, really throw in some accents to the build, I guess is maybe the best way to put it. So looking at the actual roof itself, I think I'm pretty satisfied with the overall shape. There still might be some tweaking here and there I'd like to do, but this kind of arch right here is, I don't know how I feel about that right yet. Let me know what you guys think, but I think all in all, I'm pretty satisfied with this build. One thing I'd like to do is try to throw in some vines on the outside. Maybe the vines can make it look a little bit more fantasy-like, I guess. Maybe that might be the best way to put it. But it is a fantasy tower, right? It's an enchanting tower. It's magic. So we kind of have to try to decorate it and treat it as such. All right, guys. So we are back at the mining storage building. And you guys remember this place? I haven't shown it for quite a bit. And the reason being is because I wanted to try to work on it a bit more off camera. I wanted something to really show when I come back here, but you know, I guess I've been putting it off for so long. I keep coming back here every now and then, doing some small things, trying to add quartz into the side, being a little bit more weird with it. And I kind of like these corners, but I'm just, yeah, creatively, I've just been procrastinating here. And I think the best way to do it is to just make it part of the episode. Therefore, I have to have some sort of idea. I have to, like, if I'm recording here, I got to work on it. So this is what it's looking like at the moment. And if we go all the way up, I'll show you this. Oh, and did I get the windows? Oh, I didn't get these windows. I still need some more glass to fill in over there, but these windows are all filled in now. And I do have to work on the mountain over here, try to terraform it to make the building not look... I don't know. I guess oops, I guess we're on the top floor already. So yeah, so we just got chests up here now, and I need a little bit more chests just to keep filling that side. But yeah, this is, I think all in all, this is a pretty great build. I tunneled my way through the mountain there. That was actually one of my friend's ideas. He was mentioning maybe have an entrance over here. So we have an entrance over here, and then we can have another entrance running through the mountain. And that actually takes us... you know what? I'll show you. I'll show you right now where that takes us. Yeah. So we run through here. I do have some torches. I guess I can light this up. I don't come here very often. Or at least through this way. And that takes us out this way, right? So... Alright. Okay. So, first of all, this is all going to change when we get pretty much close to done here. I want to kind of make this area a lot wider. And the stairs are... This whole area might change a little bit too. Something I want to do is I would like to take my seed of the world and try to go online and find out where exactly there are slime chunks, because there are slimes that spawn in this cave, so we are in a slime chunk somewhere. I would just like to find out exactly what the coordinates are and what the measurements of the chunk is, so we can dig it out and have a slime farm down here. I think that would be great. So I think that would actually be kind of cool to have something in our cave here, is having a slime farm here on this level, and then if we keep going down, we'll get to the mine. And the more I'm actually, like, kind of spending down here, like, time-wise, like, the more I actually want to be down here. So I took some TNT and I blew a lot of this area out. And that's what I've kind of been doing, is I've tried to been, like, clearing space. I extended the actual mine itself this way. So originally it was just... oh, where was it originally? Originally it was just, like... I think it was like here. I think it was like right around here. There was a bunch of stone here that I had to clear out. I had to clear out a lot of space. But originally the mine was just kind of like this, and then I extended it all the way down here. And the new main entrance of the mine is right here. So this is all going to change. And then up here, I've tried to clear out a little bit more space, but it's harder to do down here. It's so messy. And what I have to do is I really have to just take some time and clean up the area. And then our mine is down here. And I think I would like to make maybe another stairway kind of coming down here into our mine, so it's accessible from over here. And then the main entrance, it's accessible over there too. And then, this is kind of cool. Remember that skeleton spawner, guys? Well, I made a farm. I made a XP/skeleton farm. And so this is the area right here. There's obviously the water blocks on top of us right here. And I actually decided to leave it like this because I really like the water dripping. I think that really helps with the kind of the aesthetic here. I think that's really cool. And obviously this whole area will be cleaned up eventually. Like, this whole area will look a lot nicer in the future. We'll bring villagers down. It will feel very lifelike. I even have some really fun ideas on what to do with the villagers as well. We're getting some pretty decent stuff. We have to kind of AFK here a little bit, but the caves around us are lit up pretty well, I think, because when I walk around, I don't really hear any mobs anywhere. And I have a bed here just to make sure that when it's nighttime, we can sleep, and we have more skeletons spawning down here compared to the surface. And just to show you really quick, too, I mean, this is what it's looking like here. So, yeah. So this is the whole area. This is where the skeletons spawn. This all used to be a cave. I think you guys might have seen this originally. Yeah, those guys are going to shoot me for sure. Oh, now they're going to kill each other. Look at that. Look what I did. So, I mean, like, I know a lot of people when they have these farms too, they'll have like pistons to suffocate them. A lot of people make the drop a lot further down, so they fall and fall to one hit. But the thing that kind of complicates that a little bit is like the armor that they spawn with. But you know what? I honestly just don't mind doing it with a sword. Well, okay, guys. Thanks for joining me on this episode. And I think next episode, what we'll probably do is do some work in the mine. I think it's been a little too long since we've done that. So thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll see you next time.